Welcome to Daystar University Nairobi campus. This is the 43rd graduation, and I am joined here by Daystar Falcons Rugby team. I'm hanging out with them, and just next to me here is
Lee Kangede, thank you
yes.
so much, Nisi, for inviting us.
Welcome, karibu sana.
Yeah, it's actually a pleasure, and we are glad to be here today.
Awesome. Me, I'm so
Yes.
glad to see you guys wearing your gowns. Are you excited? How are you
We're
feeling?
extremely excited. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. And for some of us, owing to the fact that we've missed previous graduations before, I feel like the excitement is top notch. So yes, I'm excited.
By some of us, you mean you?
Yes, I've personally missed like 2 graduations.
Why?
Long story, these are things, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
normal and it happens. But I always say God's timing is perfect.
Yes.
So this is God's timing, and this is a very unique graduation.
Awesome.
Thank
So what were you taking? Which course were you taking?
I did a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Electronic media was my major, and I minored in psychology.
Hey, so you can just interview me just now.
I can actually.
Yeah.
It feels very different to be behind the cameras, be in front of the cameras rather. So used to being behind the camera.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. I'm still a bit curious. I ask a lot of people this question.
Yes.
Is it really possible to do a bachelor's in 4 years, really? All things considered.
All things considered, I believe you can. And the school also allows, extravagant students to go a notch higher and do, even more hours in a normal semester. So I actually feel you can not only do it in 4 years, but even in under 4 years, you can actually complete your bachelor's.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mentioned at the beginning that we have the team.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that team. Falcons. Rugby.
Falcons rugby team
Yeah.
is what I would call for me is like, is it what you call it, a sorority? Or for me, it's more of like a family. Because aside from the fact that I've gone to school, there's so much character that was built from this team. And I owe this day to those guys. Because this is campus, and you don't just get a group of friends. You get family. Where you go, where you stay, the people you interact with, those are your future connections in life. And for me, I can only attest that to my teammates.
Ish.
Yeah.
What are some of those things you've learned from being in a... I know a lot of people come to Daystar for academics, but you're talking much more than academics. What are some of those things you get by joining a club or, like you said, a sorority or...
Okay, the first or the biggest lesson you learn from joining a sorority or a club or any other co-curricular activity is the aspect of teamwork.
Yes.
I believe that life is all about teamwork, and you have to hold the other person's hand in order to cross over to the other side of the river. So teamwork was the most important thing we learned. Yes, of course, the school tries to, put us in groups to do group assignments. And of course, those usually don't end the way we expect.
Yeah.
But for a team, you have to stick together from the word go to the end. And that's why you see we are here today as a team, not as an individual, but as a team.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to be meeting some of those other people
Yes.
that are team members in a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, this is the first graduation ever that is happening in the midst of a pandemic. I don't know what your expectations were for your graduation, 4 years before this.
Yes.
And maybe what are some of the things you were expecting that won't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, of course, we didn't expect to have an online graduation. And I don't think anyone had ever thought such a thing exists because we are so used to graduations being the crowded place and, being in that environment with every other student with their gown, family and friends, there's music and dance. But this year, it turns out to be a bit different because you will just see yourself, But again, when we look at the positives from this, it's a unique kind of a graduation. It's something that's never been done before. And if this pandemic is over by next year, God willing, then the next group of graduates are going to go back to the traditional way of graduating. So this makes us a very unique class.
Yes.
I feel it makes us a unique class because one, we're graduating with the masks. So many things
Yeah.
about this just make it different, and it's the difference that it's the university that difference. So yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a line that people think is cliche,
Yes.
but I'm going to say it and I'm going to ask
Tell
you.
me.
Now going out into the world,
Yes.
you're told that in high school, you're told that after
After high
primary,
school.
after high school, and now after campus.
Yes.
You have your papers. What are you hoping to find out there, or what are your plans with the papers that you have gotten from Daystar?
Well, aside from the papers, I
Yeah.
feel like Daystar gave me the most important thing, which was the skill, because you can have papers without the actual skill. So going out, I really want to put my skill out there. I really want to do things that you would trace me back to Daystar, and people would understand what Daystar actually gave me was not just the document, was not the gown I wore, was not the towel, but the skill and this, the skill set and the mindset to actually be a profound person in society.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, this is the final one.
Okay.
Before we go, you talked about the towel.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. Not everybody knows what that is about. about.
Well, I don't know much about it.
You don't know much about it. Awesome. Okay. Sawa, no problem.
Yes.
No
Thank
problem.
you so much.
Welcome, Lee Kangeda. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations
It was a pleasure joining
to
me.
you. And all the best as you go out there.
Thank you. You
Again,
too.
into the world. Into the world. Awesome, awesome. So, of course, we're going to be back with Wisdom, who is also going to be talking to a few other people from the team, a few other team members. So, Wisdom, over to you.
And the countdown has been rolling. Trust, it has been an exciting season. As we prepare to celebrate this particular 43rd graduation in a very unique setting. Nisi just had a very interesting interview there with one Lee. I have another person for us with me right here, introducing to you, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Quinto Ongo.
Quinto Ongo. First of all, Ongo, I want to say your name has oomph.
Thank you so much, Wisdom.
I am called Moses Wisdom. Tibaje, very subtle names, very humble names. And then there is Ongo.
Yes. I believe getting out of here, I'll be a wise man.
Wow. I see what you did there. Very nice one. Quinto, how would you describe your feeling right now? I mean, it is graduation week. What is your feeling?
As in, it's beyond expression. It's
Now we are going to try and debunk it and just get to understand what Quinto is feeling right now. 3 words you would use, 3 random words that you would use to describe how you're feeling right now. The fact that graduation is so near.
I'm just, I'll say I'm bubbly. As in, right now I feel everything is all over. Cause,
Okay.
I know
That is one. Bubbly.
Yeah.
Next one.
there's so much love I feel this has given me, friends. Just right before this interview, we had Lee Kangede. That's a teammate. And you see we are here together. So I feel the love right now.
So bubbly and love.
Yeah.
What else?
The third thing I feel right now is the oomph. The oomph.
The
The oomph
of the occasion.
of the occasion.
That's beautiful. Quinto, what were you studying?
I did BCom. I majored in business administration and management. Yeah.
And how did that go? How was that along the way?
It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey.
How long? Is it? Do you mean like long in terms of time or long in terms of
Yeah,
experiences?
long in terms, everything. Okay. Experience, because of course with the time comes experience.
True.
So it has been a long journey in terms of time, meaning the experience also, the experience I acquired in those years I was in Daystar are quite big enough to get me out there.
Wow. Well, I'm just imagining you. Just go back with me in time. You know, the first time you came to Daystar. You know, and then now fast forward to now, that entire journey, you know. Just curious, when you first joined Daystar, what did you envision your finishing point to be? And have we achieved that?
2013 August, I joined Daystar University.
When?
2013 August.
2013.
Yeah, as a first year. Very eager and willing to get more knowledge. So that come 4 years, which I didn't take 4 years. It was more than 4 years. But still, I knew the period we will be in Daystar will be worth something, maybe to impact someone out there. Yeah, so my main thing coming to Daystar was that I come to Daystar, acquire something that will get me out there, touch someone's life, or rather walk with someone, a journey that will help them one time. At least they'll say, someone did this to me. Because me, I believe I'm one person who the community has really helped. So giving back to society is one of my priorities.
Wow, that is really profound. That's beautiful. You see, one thing that is common that people say is that Daystar is a university with a difference. That is a slogan that usually is used. And,
which is true.
Which is true. What is that difference to you? What would you call that difference?
There's so much difference in Daystar University, even from your interaction with other students, your interaction with staff, subordinate staff. So there's a lot of difference. Being I've had a chance to interact with other students from other universities, so I can clearly say that there's a big difference between this university and other universities.
And everywhere else. You see, they say there's an African proverb that says a river does not flow back to its source. And looking at Daystar as the source, and I'm just curious, Quinto, you've gotten so much from within Daystar, and it will be very selfish to remain within Daystar. That is why we come, we study, we graduate, and we go forth out in the community. What is it that you are taking out there? Because we cannot afford to retain Quinto with all his prowess, with all his knowledge. We are hereby sending you forth to the community. What is it that you feel you are coming out with and taking to the community?
As I said earlier, my first priority, or rather one of my biggest principles is giving back to society, because society is what Quinto is today. So as I've said, even during my stay in Daystar University, with the Falcons Rugby, there's an organization we started called Beyond the Try. I do. Actually, the three people you're interviewing today are all rugby players.
That is like one of the most successful sports within Daystar. But you're telling me about Beyond the Try?
Yeah, Beyond the Try. So Beyond the Try is basically giving back to society. So we get needy students out there who have talent but are unable to get their way into university. So we do trials, get the best fit for university. Of course, academics is a priority. We get them to Daystar, pay part of their fee, if not full. As they study in Daystar, they help Daystar grow in terms of sports. Yeah, which is rugby. Yeah.
So even before you have to feed it answers on how to give back to society, you've already started.
Yeah, we're already doing that.
Well, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It must be amazing to have graduated. I cannot wait for my own graduation.
You'll be there.
So just look into the camera, shout out to one of the people.
The first person I'll shout out to is Caleb Bosire, coach, Daystar Falcons Rugby. Big up, sir. The next person I'll shout out to is the financial aid, Mrs. Jennifer Kinoti. Thank you so much, madam. Through your help, I'm here today. 4 days to graduation, I'm really humbled by that. The next one, I'll say to all Daystar fraternity, I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really humbled.
Wow. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you so
It
much.
has been so nice having you here.
Thank you so much, Wisdom.
Yes. And the count continues. 4 days to graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a graduation like no other. It is going to be amazing. Check us out on our YouTube, Daystar University Live, and all other social media platforms.